I've got two webcams here. They're both from Insta360. One is the Link, the other is the Link 2. So the Link is the original gimbal webcam, and then the Link 2 is a version that was fairly recently released. Before I tell you which is which, I want to run through a few tests so you can kind of judge for yourself which quality of webcam you like more. After that, I'll tell you my experience with both webcams and tell you why you might want one over the other. And right now is my typical lighting setup, so let's change the lighting so we can see what this does in different environments. I've got a blue light here, purple light over there, key light up in front. Pay attention as I turn these lights off to see how things adjust. So I'm turning off the key light now, so things are adjusting. Let me turn that back on so you can kind of see as it auto adjusts the colors and the brightness and stuff. So that's kind of how these webcams work with auto adjusting. Let me turn that off again. So here I am with just the colored lights. Let me go ahead and turn off the colored lights. So now I am turning off the colored lights. There goes purple, there goes blue. So the light you see right now, this is just the light coming from the monitor. So this is a really dark environment. This is what the webcams look like in a dark environment. Let me go ahead and turn on my overhead lights. So this would be your most standard setup where you're just in a normal room. You've got a white wall background or something like that, and you got your overhead lights on. I don't have any natural light coming in, any light from anywhere else, just the overhead lights. Pretty fancy. Now let's do a quick color test. So let me show you some different, from what I can tell, the colors look identical on both webcams. Let me go back to my normal setup. All right, turn the colored lights back on, purple, blue, and turn my key light back on. Okay, so now we're back to my normal setup. Let's do some autofocus testing. This is the Link 2C. It doesn't have a gimbal on it, but let's go hold this in front of the webcams, see how autofocus is. So we'll go from here, back, forward, back, forward. Let's try this with some text. All right, I've got a manual here. Let's see how this goes. If I hold it up really quick to the camera, which one adjusts more quickly? You can see that the white balance is not exactly the same, pretty similar, but let me do that one more time. I'm just gonna kind of do it more slowly this way, holding it up front so you can see which one is focusing more quickly. And then one more time really quick, boom. So yeah, so right now this is about 1.5 inches away, 2 inches maybe. Then we got about 3 or 4 inches. Looks like the one on the left is focusing pretty well. The one on the right, it can't find its focus. There it goes. Now let's slowly go back in and see how it is. There we go. So this is the same distance, and you can see the one on the left does seem to be a little bit more clear than the one on the right. So not trying to share too much of my opinion here, but the one on the left, at least for autofocus, it seems to get a little bit more clear close up. Something to be aware of. For my last test, before I tell you which is which, let me turn on the hand gestures. I usually have them off because I talk with my hands sometimes and it does weird things with the gimbals. Let me turn these on. I'm gonna sit on my hands so I don't do anything while I turn these on. All right, so hand gestures should be on now. So if I go like this, it should activate tracking on the webcams. Looks like they both activated. So if I move over here, they're going to move with me. Let's see which one is faster. I'm thinking the one on the left seems to track faster. Let me just verify that that's not a setting in the software. Give me 1 second. Okay, indeed, I did have it different. One was on ordinary, the other was on quick. They're both on quick now, and I would still say that the left one is more quick than the one on the right. I'll let you judge for yourself. So that is with tracking. Let me turn tracking off. Okay, tracking is off. Let me recenter real quick. Okay, now let's try zoom. So if I go like this and then I go up, I should zoom in. Let me try to go a little bit closer to my face. Zoom in. They're both kind of doing it. Let me zoom in. Let me zoom out. Boom. Boom. So the one on the left seems to be a bit more responsive than the one on the right. Let me go ahead and manually zoom because I think you want to see my face a little bit more clearly. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's just zoom in all the way. See if my eyebrows are in check today. They usually are not. And now let's zoom in on the other one. I get this is creepy and I apologize, but this is the best way I know of to let you know what the clarity is like for both of these webcams. Let's get out of here. I'm going to tell you which one is which. Have you decided which one you like more? So we have over here the Insta360 Link 2, over here the Insta360 Link. I actually thought I had it the other way around, so I'm a bit surprised by that. Before I share more of my thoughts, let's do a quick audio test. I'm talking into my XLR mic. Let me go ahead and switch over to the Link mic. So now the audio you hear is coming from the Link mic itself. Let's do some noise cancellation tests to see how well it works in a noisy environment. Let me turn on my electric razor. So now I'm talking over my electric razor. Not really sure if you can hear that or not. Let me turn on my vacuum cleaner. This is a little bit more loud. So this is on. I'm talking. Again, not really sure what you can hear. Now let's go ahead and turn both of them on. And I'm talking over a razor and a vacuum cleaner. Really loud and noisy environments. So there you go, that's the audio for the Link. And now this is the Link 2 audio. So again, let's just run over the same test, turn on my electric razor. So now I'm talking over this electric razor, turn that off, let's turn on the vacuum. So now I am talking over the vacuum, it's really loud. Let's turn both of them on, electric razor and vacuum, talking over both of them. Now they are off. So that's what the audio is like for the Link 2. Let's talk about why you might want the Link over the Link 2. I am back on my XLR mic, just so you know. The Insta360 Link I have been using for about 2 years now. Honestly, it's been one of my favorite webcams. I absolutely love this webcam. As far as the video quality goes compared to the Link, you can go back in this video if you want to look at that and decide for yourself what you like. Audio, same deal. I just ran through those tests. You can decide if you like the Link or the Link 2 more. The thing I want to talk about that kind of sets the Link apart from the Link 2 is it has an extra axis. For most people, I don't think this matters. There are two instances that I do think you need to be aware of though. The first is if you are putting your webcam in kind of an unusual spot, like if you have it right in front of you on a level surface, either webcam going to be exactly the same. But if you move it over to the side or put it in kind of a weird spot, that extra axis is going to ensure that it is 100% level every single time. On the Link 2, if you're putting it way off to the side or you've got it kind of at a weird angle or something, then it's not quite as easy to get completely level every single time. Most people I don't think would ever notice a difference with that. The use case more important for me though is that I film TikTok videos every once in a while. That needs to be in portrait mode. I record all my video in OBS. If I want to do it on the Link in portrait mode, all I have to do is open a new profile, press a button, it will automatically switch over to portrait mode. I'm good to go. I can record. Boom, done deal. Love it. On the Link 2, you can still record in portrait mode, but you have to manually move and adjust the webcam to get it into portrait mode. And honestly, I've actually tried that a few times and I've never really had much luck with it. I'm sure I could figure it out and get it set up in a way where it's not too much fiddling every time, but you can't do it automatically like you can with the Link because the Link has that extra axis. That's kind of really a big deal for me and one of the reasons I use the Link as much as I do. So let's talk about the Link 2 for a second. Now I've switched over to that webcam still on the XLR mic. Why might you want the Link 2 versus the Link? I think they put more emphasis in the Link 2 to have noise cancellation. And again, that's something I'm just going to let you decide for yourself. Was it better on the Link 2 than the Link? If that's something important to you, then that would be a reason to possibly get the Link 2 over the Link. The mount for the Link 2, it's magnetic. The mount for the Link, it's just all one piece, so you can't remove it from the magnetic mount. Honestly, I kind of like how it is on the Link as just one solid piece. The magnet mount actually seems pretty cool to me, but as I use it more and more, it's just not that important to me. I just don't care for it. I like the fact on the Link that I'm never going to lose the mount because it's all in one. That is more or less it. I do want to mention real quick, this is the Link 2C. It's the exact same camera as the Link 2. The main difference here is that it does not have a gimbal. So if you walk around or you need a gimbal, that's kind of out of the question for this. But if all you do is put it on your monitor or your laptop, then this might be good enough for you. And and this does not cost as much as the Link 2. So if you just need a really simple setup and you want to spend as less money as possible, then this would be a good option for that. The software is the same for both webcams, so I don't think there's a need for me to go over that. The software works great. Both of these webcams have HDR, so that's something good to know. If you film with a window behind you, you'll definitely need HDR, but also don't film with a window behind you. Why would you do that? Thanks for watching.